Hey, my name is Jay Howell. I'm an entrepreneur here in Monroe in the restaurant business and the healthcare space as a dentist. My passion, I guess, for hospitality started pretty early on. Grandfather on my dad's side was owned a bunch of donut shops in town, Jiffy Donuts, back there in the 60s, 70s, and my dad grew up in the donut world, and my grandmother's a master baker. My great-grandfather owned a bar called the Starlight way out in West Monroe. I guess it was in my blood. I didn't really know that and didn't know those facts till after I got into the business. My passion for a couple things kind of merged in the restaurant business. Always had a passion for real estate and historical architecture, taking something that is maybe not seen as valuable and slowly restoring it. Really, that's what I do in the mouth. You know, it's kind of the same process. Before this was a restaurant called Coda. Coda was House of Blues inspired. We had live music and House of Blues style food. We had that from 2008 to 2013 when we basically swapped it over to cotton. There was a guy named J.S. Block during the late 1800s was bottling beer, bourbon, whiskeys, cigars, and everything here on the property. We really just tried to bring that back. You're always just dealing with this living, breathing, almost document of time. Just the building of itself, being one of the oldest commercial properties. The brick on this wall here is pre-Civil War brick, the 1854 brick. We just try to collect pieces and build the brand over things that are historical and relevant to the Delta and really Louisiana. Take for instance the Louisiana state flag down there, which is I got that out of Atlanta. It's like an 1890s battle flag still on the original piece of wood. I mean, it's museum quality. The concept started off is downstairs is cotton. Basically the idea was sharecroppers and planters would go to a bar and drink. This to me is probably one of the best rooms in the South. It's like the bird's eye view of a downtown Southern Delta town. Me and my wife sit in a little two-top over there all the time because it's the music and the whole atmosphere. Next version of cotton, we've got the whole courtyard. We've got a balcony that you can get off from all of these buildings. There's a big stage getting built. Another balcony is going across the bow. So we'll be able to do events out there for like 500 or 600 people. We're building a dock basically in the back. So you'll be able to, come from wherever on the river, tie up, come upstairs, eat, which I think is just a neat asset to the town. The Okaloosa property is an older property. It was originally a restaurant back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. I enjoy solving the riddle of the building and trying to build a brand alongside what I think that property is speaking to me. The Okaloosa brand was one that I started off really trying to get a good fish sandwich and trying to get a place that was laid back and casual in town that I felt like, hey, I wanted to go to as a customer and bring my family. Didn't want to have to dress up, but I still wanted good food and I wanted it to be unique. My wife's a pharmacist. We bought Aaron's because Aaron's Diner is the oldest restaurant in Northeast Louisiana, one of the oldest in the state. We're adding a big courtyard out there. We've got a Aaron's Cookies and Cream, which is a cookies and ice cream parlor that's gonna be mid-60s, early 70s. Who doesn't like to belly up with their family and have a cheeseburger or a banana split? Every dish almost has a story and it has a time frame. Our ribs and rice, Chef Kurt had that little influence on that dish, and for the next 20 or 30 years I'll remember that dish as me and Chef Kurt's time together. We're working on the current one right now. We started out with a dish that is really an Italian rustic dish, and we just turned it into a Southern dish. I mean, chicken and dumplings is something I grew up eating. The Italians use gnocchi, and so we blended the two, and now it's sausage and crawfish dumplings. This is our 11th year, which is a pretty big deal in the restaurant business. We've had people fall in love here, get engaged here, get married here, come back and eat here on their anniversaries. I mean, it all starts with good people. I don't think you can do anything unless you have a group of like-minded people.